Hi, this is Deck Cadet De La Cruz, Kyle Anthony together with my partner Deck Cadet Bijak, Junrik. We are in Group 7 and we are here to tell you the story of Rizal in Hong Kong and Macau. Hounded by powerful enemies, Rizal was forced to leave his country for the second time in February 1888. He was 27 then, a practicing physician, and a recognized man of letters. In February 3, 1888, after a short stay of 6 months in his beloved Colombo, Rizal left Manila for Hong Kong on board the Zafiro. February 7, 1888. Their ship made a brief stopover at Amoy, and for 3 reasons he did not get off. First, he was not feeling well. Second, it was raining hard. And third, he heard the city was dirty. February 8, 1888, Rizal arrived in Hong Kong. He was welcomed by Filipino residents, including Jose Maria Basa, Balbino Mauricio, Manuel Iriarte, son of Francisco Iriarte, alcalde mayor of Laguna, Victoria Hotel. It is where Rizal resided during his stay in Hong Kong. Jose Sainz de Veranda, a Spaniard who was a former secretary of Governor-General Terrero, who shadowed Rizal's movement in Hong Kong. It is believed that he was commissioned by the Spanish authorities to spy on Rizal. This is how Rizal described Hong Kong on his letter to Blumentritt dated February 16, 1888. Hong Kong is a small, but very clean city. Many Portuguese, Hindus, English, Chinese, and Jews live in it. There are some Filipinos, the majority of whom being those who had been exiled to the Marianas Islands in 1872. They are poor, gentle, and timid. Formerly they were rich mechanics, industrialists, and financiers. Ferdinand Blumentritt was a teacher, secondary school principal in Litam Naritsa, lecturer, and author of articles and books on the Philippines and its ethnography. He is well known in the Philippines for his close friendship with the country's national hero, Jose Rizal. February 8, 1888. After 5 days' trip, Rizal arrived at Hong Kong. He boarded in the house of Jose Maria Basa. February 19, 1888. With Jose Maria Basa, Jose Sainz de Veranda and some Portuguese, Rizal left Hong Kong for Macau on board the Kiukiang. In Macau, they lived in the house of Juan Licaros. Rizal went around for observation, especially the botanical garden. Don Juan Francisco Licaros, a Filipino gentleman married to a Portuguese lady. He was rich and spent his days cultivating plants and flowers, many of which came from the Philippines. It is in his home where Rizal and Basa stayed during their visit to Macau. February 22, 1888. After staying in Hong Kong for almost 2 weeks, he left for Japan on board the Oceanic. Visit to Macau. February 18, 1888. Rizal, accompanied by Basa, boarded the ferry steamer Kiukiang for Macau. And on that same ship, he was surprised to see among the passengers a familiar figure, Jose Sainz de Veranda. Rizal describes Macau in his diary. The city of Macau is small, low, and gloomy. There are many junks, sampans, but few steamers. It looks sad and is almost dead. During his 2-day sojourn, Rizal visited the theater, casino, cathedral and churches, pagodas, botanical garden, and bazaars. He also saw the famous Grotto of Camões, Portugal's national poet. February 20, 1888. Rizal and Basa returned to Hong Kong, again on board the ferry steamer Kiukiang. Experiences in Hong Kong. During his 2-week visit in Hong Kong, Rizal studied Chinese life, language, drama, and customs. The following are some of his diary entries regarding his experiences. Noisy celebration of the Chinese New Year, which lasted from February 11th, Saturday, to 13th, Monday. Continuous explosions of firecrackers. The richer the Chinese, the more firecrackers he exploded. Rizal himself fired many firecrackers at the window of his hotel. Boisterous Chinese theater, with noisy audience and noisier music. In the Chinese dramatic art. The Marathon Laureate Party, wherein the guests were served numerous dishes. According to him, it is the longest meal in the world. The Dominican order was the richest religious order in Hong Kong. It engaged actively in business. It owned more than 700 houses for rent and many shares in foreign banks. It had millions of dollars deposited in the banks which earned fabulous interests. Of the Hong Kong cemeteries belonging to the Protestants, Catholics, and Muslims, that of The Protestants was the most beautiful because of its well-groomed plants and clean pathways. Departure from Hong Kong. February 22, 1888. RIZAL left Hong Kong on board the Oceanic, an American steamer. His destination was Japan.